Peace. Coming at you guys with another video. This particular video is how to get unsecured credit cards if credit card companies are denying you. Now, there's a couple of first thing you should do if credit card companies are denying you is to pull your credit report. You're entitled to a free credit report from all three agencies every year. The agencies are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So you can contact them. It's totally free. They'll send you a copy of your credit report. Now, these two particular strategies, there's a couple of strategies, but I'm going to give you three here. These are for people with NA. So if you pull up your credit report and it shows NA on it, that's not applicable. So there's nothing there, something hasn't been reported, or you don't have any history established, etc. But it's non-applicable, or people with bruised or bad credit. Now, the first strategy you can use is used with a secured credit card. So what you can do is you can walk up into your local bank, whoever you bank with, and say you have $300 cash on you. Take the $300 cash and you deposit it into the bank, into a bank CD. You give it to the bank, they'll put it in the CD, which will give you about, let's say, 1.5% interest on your money. So your money will make a little money while it's in the CD. Now, what the bank will do is they'll issue you a credit card. It's a secured card. The limit is going to be based on the amount of cash you deposit to the bank. So in this particular scenario, the $300 cash is going to be your $300 credit limit, right? Now, the whole objective here is to establish credit, right? Credit paying history, a good payment history. So what you would do is, since your credit limit now is 300, as I stated in a previous video about credit, in the credit world, over 30% is considered a maxed out credit limit, right? So you would divide whatever the limit is, whatever cash amount you chose to deposit into the bank, you would divide that by 3, and that would become your new limit. So this particular scenario divided by 3, which will give us a new limit of $100. So with from now at this point on, you do not pass $100, right? So you make your payments, you charge up to $100 or less, and you make your payments on time to pay this off, right? Now, over time, you can, if you want to increase your limit, you can go to 600. If you want to add another 300, now you have a $200 limit, but the principles are the same. Now, over time, it's established a payment history, and eventually lenders and banks will start to extend unsecured lines of credit to you. Now, even when you get an unsecured line of credit, the principles are still the same. You still keep a low balance, a third of whatever the limit is. You still keep that as a max. Do not go past a third. The lower the balance is, and as long as your payments are on time, it helps boost your score. Now, the second method is going through a secured loan. So what you would do is you could go to your local bank and deposit, let's say, $300 cash. You deposit it into the bank and take out a loan against the $300 you have in cash. So the bank, what they will do is they'll cut you a check right then and there. So you go to the teller, give her $300, they'll deposit it, they'll cut you a check, but the check is actually a loan, right? So you just took out a secured loan against the cash you deposited. Now you can cash that check at the teller right there. They give you the $300 cash, and you can put $150 of the cash right back. So you already cut down your debt, your loan debt, in half right then and there. And then the other $150 you can pay back over time. Make your on-time payments to help establish a credit history Now, after you do that, same thing, same principles here. You can increase the limit to get another secured loan, etc. But over time, you'll establish well-paying credit history, and credit card companies will begin to extend lines. Now, a third option you have is if you have someone who you trust, and you have to be responsible for this. If they have good credit, they can add you on as an authorized user. It's called piggybacking, but they can add you as an authorized user onto one of their accounts, and you'll benefit off the history as long as on your credit profile there's nothing negative reporting on your profile or nothing negative reporting on their profile. Otherwise, whoever has the negative is going to affect both of you. But as long as there's no negative reportings on the profile, you'll benefit from their score and their history. It'll boost your score and history up. However, you have to be responsible. And there's measures that they can take as well. Like they can have it, they can add you onto the account and not allow you to get a card or access to the account and stuff like that. But that's just to keep it simple. It's another video we brought so you can get in the game, how to get unsecured credit cards if credit card companies are denying you. Peace. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram at Mr. Flip These Bricks or YouTube, our channel at Mr. Flip These Bricks, and share this information. You know, it helps some people. We all need help. We all got to get out. No one wants to be struggling out here, and it's for us to do better for ourselves and our family. Just like I'm sharing this with you guys, don't be suckers. Share it with your people as well, because I could have kept this for myself and kept going. But I want to help us, and I want you to help me help us, so we can help all of us together.